Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. And so today we're looking at Psalm 75, verses 7 and 8. If you haven't had a chance yet to check out the Bible Bistro on Twitter, you can find me there. Daily Dose Radio is uploaded there every day, along with Creek Road Baptist Pulpit, and the Sunday morning worship time is videoed, and so that's on Twitter as well. You can find it there on Sunday afternoons, and Daily Dose Radio, of course, throughout the week. Check it out. My handle is @TheBibleBistro, so you find me there on Twitter. We've been in this section, Psalm 75. Yesterday, don't lift up your horn, don't speak with a stiff neck. We talked about the pride and the arrogance of men as they try to promote themselves, because promotion doesn't come from my ability to lift up my horn. It comes from someplace else. And now today in 7 and 8, we're going to find out where that is. Verse 7, but God is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red, it's full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. So notice that this passage begins with that wonderful little adversative, but God. So promotion doesn't come from the east or the west or from the south, but God is the judge. So he's the one who's going to decide. He's the one who's going to do the promoting. Yeah, so it's but God is the judge. He puts down one and sets up another. And just like yesterday when I read in, 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 8, well, you can just look at that whole passage there, but particularly 6 and 7. The Lord kills and makes alive. He brings down to the grave and brings up. The Lord makes poor and he makes rich. He brings low and he lifts up. So the Lord's doing all this work. He's bringing low and he's lifting up. He puts one down and sets up another. Again, I just wonder if Asaph wasn't reading Hannah's prayer when he wrote this. God is the judge. So it's in his hand. Promotion, where does it come from? It comes from one place. It comes from the Lord God. And then we have verse 8. Very interesting here in verse 8. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup. The wine is red and is full of mixture. He poureth out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. I was thinking that this reminded me of Psalm 116, verse 11, which talks about, what am I going to do? I'm going to take the cup of salvation and call on the name of the Lord. Remember that passage? 116:11. But I'm also thinking that there's a cup, and I have it written in my notes from last time that we studied this. In Revelation chapter 14, in verse 10, it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So the beast is going to, or those that receive the mark of the beast are going to receive this cup in Revelation. So that's very much like what we have here. The wine is poured out, the dregs then are consumed, and these are the dregs of judgment. And the wicked are going to wring them out. So now we understand why we have that affirmation there in 4. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked lift not up the horn. Why? Because there's a cup. There's a cup, and ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be, it's going to be consumed. And you don't want to be the one to consume it. So since there's a cup, and since we know there's a cup, and since we know that what's going to happen, change your way. God judges. Step away. Don't lift up your horn. Allow him to be the one to exalt you in due time. Don't try to do it yourself. All right, well, join me again tomorrow, and we'll look at verses 9 and 10 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.